A man goes to the police station and he asks to speak with the burglar that they locked up who broke into his house the night before. And the police sergeant says, "You'll get your chance to talk to him in court." He says, No. I want to find out how he snuck into my house without waking up my wife. I've been trying to do that for years.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GubsRadio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Boxcast, and like my good friend Ken Pichelle always says, we on TV! And yes, we are, folks. We have a great show for you today. A lot of special guests. We have Janice Messitte, very hilarious comedian, local from Long Island, but she's been on everything from Conan O'Brien, David Letterman, to the Friars Club. She hosts a show in the city. And has done a lot for comedians. She's awesome. And we also have the legendary Bobby Slayton, the pit bull of comedy himself, has taken some time and talked to us about the state of the world, his life, things he's got going on, things he doesn't have going on. It's pretty awesome indeed. So we got a great show. We got a top five. We got all the good stuff. All the gang is joining us, including my good buddy, Benny Rizzuti. Benny, how you doing, man?
Hey, Don. Peace. Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. It's been a good week for me. And as I said, I'm not quarantined. I have to work. So I am working Monday through Friday. So
well, first, we got to discuss how sharp you look tonight. You look really fantastic. I'm loving the purple blazer and the hat. You're looking sharp, my friend, looking sharp.
Cool. And this shirt, I don't know if you could see it. This is a band, an obscure band from the 70s called the Strawbs.
The Strawbs.
Strawbs. And think of if Bob Dylan came from England. That's the best way I could put it. They're like a funky, acoustic, electric, and really awesome. So I'm wearing this, their 50th anniversary, which was one of the last concerts I've been to. I'm wearing the hat. I'm wearing the safari hat because the hat I wore last week, and I'll put it on. I wore this hat last week. And
another nice hat. I love it.
Wrote in the comments, he said, Benny looks like he just found the lost Ark of the Covenant. With this hat, right? So I thought, well, this week I want people to think I just discovered the mummy's tomb.
Across 4,000 years.
I have had this hat. This hat is older than a lot of people I know.
Wow.
I've had this hat since like 1987.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you look fantastic. You look well rested. I know you said you're still kind of working because you are an essential worker, but you look well rested. You look like you know. Right now you're in your comfort zone. You got the Jerry Garcia behind you. You got Betty Boop in there. I see some Yankees. I see the calendar.
Yeah, I love wolves. I've never met a wolf, but I would like to. I'd like to, and that's probably how I'm gonna die. Is I'll get my wish to see when they will eat me. They won't like. They won't like the odor, or something.
Is this your man cave that you're in right now? Is this like your special?
Yeah,
space?
this is man cave 1. And then Man Cave 2 is the garage, which when the weather gets warmer, and I have a feeling we're going to keep doing these quarantine shows, so we'll be in Man Cave 2.
Oh, okay, very good.
Hey, this is Joey Petroni. Tune into GubsRadio.com and check out the new show by Don Sill. Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up. It's hilarious, man. You're going to love it. Peace.
We just had this little trend on Facebook of everybody posting their senior portraits. This one lady posted a picture of her senior portrait, and I was like, oh my God, you look exactly the same. And she was like, oh, you're so sweet, thank you so much. And I was like, no, you were just a really, really old looking 18-year-old.
I'm Fred Stoller. Maybe you know me from Dumb and Dumber, where I said, get off the phone.
Get off the phone. Get off the phone.
Well, now maybe stay on the phone if you're listening to one of the greatest shows ever on the internet. Watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up on govsradio.com, Facebook Live, and Boxcast. We're on TV. All right. All right. Maybe you don't have to listen to it on the phone, on a computer. You know what I meant.
Hey, Benny, you know what's coming up next?
Hey, Don, what's coming up next?
Our very first guest is coming up, and it's Janice Messitte.
Janice Messitte. I love Janice.
Janice rocks, and check it out. She has a lot of cool things to say, and here she is.
So I'm in Victoria's Secret, and I got to tell you, I found out what the secret is about Victoria's Secret. Real boobs don't fit in these bras, people. I'm ethnic, I'll tell you right now. Come on, ladies, you flat-chested bitches, raise your hand.
All right. I am here, ladies and gentlemen, with our first guest. This is a stand-up comedian, singer, and actress who has appeared on everything from Conan O'Brien, David Letterman, and Comedy Central, and also the Friars Club, it says as well. This is the hilarious Long Island's own Janice Messitte. Janice, how are you?
Good. I'm great. I'm fucking here.
Yes. I'm so happy that you've joined us. I've always wanted to have you on the show, and it took this quarantine to finally make it happen. So thank you.
You're welcome. I wish we could actually high-five each other when this is over, but no touching anymore, ever again. No touching. No hugging, no touching, nothing. I'm freaking out. That's how I greet my fans. I hug them. I make them come in the showroom. Not good.
Do you think shaking hands and high fives are over for good?
Kinda. I hate to say it, but with the lipstick sticking in my teeth. But yeah, hey, how are ya? Good thing. Yeah. You look good, kid. Nice shave. I love this guy. He calls me up Don Sill. I'm like, what, am I being interviewed from a windowsill? What the hell is this crap? I love the windowsill is gonna, have a conversation with me.
And windowsill's a nice one. I've been called
Very
imbecile, and I've been called vagisil. So,
you're very lubricant.
So how has the quarantine the last 6 weeks been treating you? What have you been doing?
Well, I've been hanging out in Havishua with my boyfriend and his family, so that's been pretty good. But not doing stand-up for 6 weeks, and I also run an open mic, and I call everybody my kids because I never reproduced. I kind of miss it, I miss the hugging for real. Like people you don't even know from other countries or don't speak English, or they just smile like, the whole show, and then afterwards you zhuzh with them a little and give a hug, and that's my favorite part. Now they're taking that shit away.
But I think we're slowly starting to get back to normal. Do you think that it's going to get normal with the stand-up clubs? Do you think people are going to start coming back, or how's it going to be different?
I've been asking people, I've been asking civilians, I've been asking comics, I've been asking just anybody. And some people are like, you'll be surprised that when they lift the ban that you can't be in public with more than 10 people, yada, yada, that people will probably be running for entertainment, want to laugh, want to have a good show. I hope so. I'm in my 50s. I'm closer to 60. So in my lifetime, they never said stay home unless it freaking snowed in Long Island, right? Hello.
You want to go dancing? How you doing, baby? Aye, puppy, aye.
This has been an adjustment. I mean, every Friday night I have a show. You work. It's weird. Don't you feel it's a little weird? I mean, my favorite part is the zhuzh.
Right.
I walk on high-fiving and hugging, and I'm like, Jesus, don't touch. You can't go near me. You got a mask, a hazard suit.
Bill Connors, I thought, hey, Bill, don't say you don't remember me because I sure as heck fire remember you. It's me, Ned Ryerson. Measle-nosed Ned the head. Come on.
What the hell is this? Like Groundhog Day or that other one where they were like killing people? What was that show? What was that show?
Now!
Ghostbusters.
Oh,
We're gonna be wearing
Ghostbusters.
outfits like that. Onesies.
I was thinking that might be the new future for us. We all have to have like special kind of hazmat outfits or something.
Well, of
to go
course,
out.
because I lost all my weight. Now I got to wear a friggin' bag. You know what I mean? Of course, it's the story of my life. God forbid I'm at the right time with the right clothes. You know what I mean, buddy?
Right.
You're lucky I'm doing this. I don't even have my shoulder pads in. Okay?
Well, you look fantastic.
Thank you. You're blind and deaf, and that's why I like you.
So yeah, and the other thing too, a lot of comedians are saying that when they go back up on stage, that that they're contemplating how they're going to protect themselves because they're all sharing the same microphone, the same space, and all that kind of stuff. So as someone who produces your own show too, is that what's your thoughts on that?
It's scary, to be honest with you, because when I go on stage and I do shtick and I host or I'll do a spot, I always know who's on it before by the color lipstick or no lipstick on the mic. So it's going to be weird. I think probably we're all going to have to come with our own equipment, like nails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just hold my stuff and put it in a disinfectant drawer and we're good. I hope. I mean, I'm closer to 60 than I am 50. And in all the years I've ever been here, and I grew up in Long Island, God bless me, I moved to the city years later. It's, to me, it's like taking away good sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If I remember what that was like. So, with that being said.
Well, I just lost about 80 pounds. Can I get some love up in here? Come on, skinny bitches. Put your hands up. I'll help you. Oh, my God. I'm exhausted. I walked on the train tonight, right? And I bumped into a girlfriend of mine from, high school. You know that cheerleading blonde girl who's, so stunning, going to rip her lips off? She's happy all the time. She's happy and perky and bursting with love. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, my God, you look so good. How do you feel? How do you feel? I'm like, hungry. That's how I feel. Go choke on a rice cake, you skinny bitch.
The most fun I've had all week. Could you imagine how my life is going?
Have you taken to any of the Facebook Lives and decided to do any stand-up that way? I know there's kind of mixed feelings with comedians about that.
Ay, Ave Maria, ay Dios mío, ay coño, can I have you my dear? Ay, Ave Maria, ay, it's weird. I described it to somebody as it's like masturbating and letting people watch.
That's a good way to kind of put it. Yeah.
I'm old. It's just for me because I'm old school, for real. No joking. All joking aside. I mean, I usually bring my own mic that has a cord. I don't even like a cordless mic. That's how old school I am. Because this way, nobody's going to mess up my set except me. You see what I'm saying? Long Island. Brings back the wine in me, and I'm not even a drinker. How about you? How do you feel? I'm sitting like this.
To me, it's almost like a case by case. It depends on the comedian. I think there's some comics that really do a great job of the Facebook Lives and performing that way, and then then you got some that are kind of middle of the road. But it's just
weird, Don. It's weird.
Yeah,
for real. For me, I'm 56. And I'm keeping it 100. I was born 1964. In the 1900s, I was born, people.
It's hard because, you get older and you do things and, you want to look good. I'm sucking, tucking, and plucking. And you know what? It's weird is that guys are hitting on me from 19 to 90. I mean, I'm in a bar the other night. This 19-year-old kid, I'm like, what do you want me to do with you? Really? I mean, I'm very flattered you're attracted to me, but what do you need? Me to take you for your road test? I mean, come on.
This is the most fun I've had all week, so you can imagine how my life is going, Don, okay? Thank God I like your backdrop.
Yeah, this is it. I'm out
I was going to have a backdrop. I said, nope, I don't want you to backdrop. They'll be looking outside. By the way, you got a bird on your windowsill.
I do like your poster you got back there and of yourself.
The smaller version.
There we go. Very nice.
Like it's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. Got laid today, it's a brand new day. Paid my rent, it's a brand new day.
How long do you think? When do you think we're gonna get back to normal? What's your take on that? Like 2 weeks, a month?
Don, seriously, no kidding aside, and my hair looks fabulous, by the way.
It does. You look amazing.
It looks good. This is the same hairspray Trump uses, so you know my hair's not moving anywhere. Honestly, I don't know, Booby. I feel in my lifetime, all seriousness, just talking to you straight up, I've never felt this way before in my whole life. I mean, never. And what's going to happen to dating? How do you make the first move? Who's going to kiss on the first date, let alone do anything else? What are we going to be wearing? Oh, let me unzip my whole self, boil myself in water, then we could screw. No, it's weird. It's weird to me. You know, I don't know when it's going to open up. I hope soon, because 6 weeks, okay. But like now I'm feeling like I don't have a purpose in my life. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how I feel. You know, whether it's helping young comics to get on stage just to be okay with themselves, you know, and some of them, I call everybody who comes to my open mic my kids, because I never had my own.
Right.
So I'm missing them. I'm missing feeling needed to be, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not bullshitting. This is serious shit, okay?
Right.
And I'm just hoping someday we'll be able to go back to what you and I are used to, because people that are young, they don't know what it was like to have a mic stand. I get freaked out when I don't have a mic stand. Can you imagine?
Right.
You know, I like the 52-inch cord. You'll double dutch, you'll jump rope, hang yourself after the show. I don't care, but a cord, you're not going to lose sound. That's how old school I am, okay?
Right.
So I'm just praying that, you know, listen, Broadway closed. Every sports closed. My father was president of the Coach Association of New York City. I mean, I was watching an old Mets game the other night. You know, this is weird, you know? So I don't know. What are we gonna, listen, Don, the only part of my face I really like are my eyes anyway. So like this, I can meet people. It's when you get to the nose, you never know. You know what I'm saying? This nose knows. So I'm just praying that we are going to have real live comedy. Like when they sell the show outside, they'll go live comedy, and no matter where you are, whether it's Long Island, Manhattan, Jersey, live comedy. I'm like, what? And I used to say to them, what are we going to have, dead comedy? Dead comedy. Now it feels that way, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy times. I'm sure, you know, you got to try to stay optimistic, and hopefully that things change sooner than later. But you make a good point. A lot of the stuff you talk about is the affection, whether the high fives, the hugs, the dating.
Don't make me cry, Don. I'll beat the shit out of you, you fuck. Don't make me cry on air.
But it is weird times for that sort of thing.
Especially people like us. You've been doing it a minute. I've been doing it a minute.
Right.
We're not, you know, God bless my kids that are in their 20s and, you know, but when you're listen, I left Florida. I had a fundraiser sell out for cancer, and nobody could leave the house. And that was scary. And my parents haven't left the house yet. And people, you know, whether you're going over your friend's house, say hello, or margarine, or canasta, or somebody passes, not because of this disease, it's a little freaky to be, you know, to keep it 100, you know?
Yeah.
I never thought we would experience this in my lifetime. Did you?
No, I never. I mean, I
can't even make this shit up.
Yeah, I know. Like, I never would have thought.
This is my best friend, everybody. Get one. I don't even, there's like 2 sprays left.
I know, you go around, I spray the door handles, I'm spraying the light switches, everything I touch.
I gave my boyfriend's mother for birthday the sanitary wipes. She would have thought I bought her jewelry. She was like, oh my God, I got Lysol wipes. I'm like, that's all it took, Ma. Me, you gotta buy me jewelry.
Even during the quarantine, you still need the jewelry.
Yeah, you got, you know, listen, there's truth to keep going, you know, get yourself dressed, go out, try to live, because I think you can get wrapped up at your own house and get in your own mind, and it's sad, you know.
Yeah. It's easy to fall into a depression at this time period, unfortunately.
No kidding. I'm with you on that. It's if I had $1 for people that are just inboxing me, say I could use a laugh, I'm like, me too, you know, me as well.
But that's what makes comedy so important. People like you, Janice, to uplift all of us, to make us feel better, to make us laugh, to get us out of bed and put us into a good mood.
I want everybody drinking. Drink, smoke, do whatever you got to do to get your groove on, because by 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm the hottest bitch here. So please, sir, drink. Drink. I get taller and thinner as the night goes on, you little piece of shit. Drink!
The world needs more Janice.
Aw. And my parents would be like, no more, we have her, that's it. We're done, it's a wrap.
When was the last time you actually were out of the house, and where'd you go, and how'd that go?
Well, thank God I go for walks, because I got to. But real life stuff, I mean, where we go food shopping, you know, that's the highlight of my day. And I'm losing weight. That's not really where I want to be. You know, aisle 3 with no dairy. Kill me. I like milk products. Don't take away my cheese, okay? My milk, my half and half. How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just going grocery shopping is a whole feat now. You got to get all geared up and ready to go. Stay away from people.
I call it a big oy vey. It's a big oy vey.
That's the perfect word for it, I would say.
Look at this. I can do both sides. That's how talented I am.
That's awesome.
I'm all gorgeous. What's your secret, gorgeous? You see, I'm going a little batty. I'm fucking making you laugh. What the hell next? I'm going to be grabbing a pole. Not a pole, maybe a tree. A tree, not a pole.
Not a pole.
Last pole I grabbed broke. No more poles, just trees. How you been doing?
Me, I've been holding up. You know, I've been doing the show, the still quarantine specials that we've been doing the last 6 weeks from home. Doing this with Benny Rizzuti, and
I love Benny.
Benny's an awesome guy. Me and him been doing the show now, I don't know, about 7-8 months out of Gov's.
And you got to mention Nancy Rizzuti, because I love her too. She put up my Facebook page.
Yes,
you know?
Nancy's awesome.
You know, it's like touches your heart. There's not many people to do things like that.
Yeah.
You know, and Benny, he's a piss. I love him.
Yeah.
Last time I was at Governor's, I think, I saw him doing the radio show, and I looked in the window and saw people I knew. I'm like, you know, like a big idiot, but I had fun.
Yeah.
I got my hug, which I don't think will happen again.
I do believe I met you there that day, and Benny introduced us, and I think I did get a hug from you as well. That was nice.
Oh, those were the days, right?
Those were the days.
We used to be able to touch. Who knew this would happen? Who are these people? I never thought I'd see this in my life. You know, I just didn't. And I just hope that, you know, we'll have live comedy again. You know, there's nothing like people being present.
Exactly.
For me. Other people, they may not have a problem. They may enjoy it. But for me, it's about that connection. And it always has been, whether I'm doing theater, whether I'm singing, whether I'm dancing, doing comedy, don't matter. You know, I like the interaction with the crowd. That's what I get my zhuzh, I call it, from. You know, nice. That's what gets me going. Afterwards, I'm high-fiving, you know. Now it's like, you want to make out? We're going to elbow for 2 hours. Like, what the hell is that shit? The fuck? Give me an elbow. You know, it's weird. Hey, we're going to do foots. Yeah, well, high-five with your foot. Get the fuck out of here, all right?
Elbow is the new first base. And then
it's like, that's what it feels like. It feels like we're playing baseball with no bases, no players. It's weird to me, but you know, is it weird to you?
Yeah, and for me, I just want to get a haircut again, because I don't trust my fiance to cut it. She wants to, but I'm not letting that happen.
Be very careful.
Yeah.
Never trust a big button or smile. Okay. It'll buzz you like this. Not
Yeah,
good.
and I'm not meant to have a buzzed head.
Thank God you have hair, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want to.
I got hair, you got hair. Thank God.
Yes, indeed.
The small things in life.
So, what's coming up for you? What are your plans to do when this is all said and done? What's going to be the first thing you do? What are you excited about when the world turns normal again?
If we have audiences again and we feel that interaction, I hope for that. I don't want to get teary-eyed because it's been my life, but I hope someday we go back to what we call the norm, But I was in Florida. We sold at a cancer benefit that got canceled. There's a couple of benefits in New York that I was going to do that we're going to still do hopefully over the summer. I just would like some normal back, for us, It's just,
Exactly.
It's very strange to me. I mean, other people may be adjusting better, but for me, the old school bitch that I am, it's weird. It's just weird.
Well, when we do get back to normal, I would love for you to come onto our show live in Governor's Comedy Club and join us on the show and on our live show. Me and Benny will be there, and it will be just awesome to have you there. Maybe you could even sing some stuff for us. That'd be terrific.
Sure, get me to do everything for free, you fuck. It's my middle name, Janice Free Messitte. How are you? Anything to better our economy and better our laughter.
There you go. It's better than a Trump check.
Girl's gonna do what a girl's gonna do. Oh.
Nice, very good.
Yes.
I also show everybody that the bag you have back there. What that says, and who got you that again?
One of my comics who I love, Jonathan Ziegel, got me this. It says, "You're the bitch I bitch about with other bitches with." It's very cute.
That's awesome. Very
I feel
cool.
like Janice for The Price is Right. And that holds my makeup.
And
I love it.
And tell everybody where people can go and see you. I know you're on Facebook. Do you have YouTube? What do you got here?
Every Friday night at 8 p.m., Janice Messitte and Friends is at Broadway Comedy Club, 53rd, between 8th and 9th. And hopefully I'll see you and have you on the show. I would love that.
I would love
that.
That would be amazing. That would be so awesome. Well, I'm wishing you all the best to you, is it your fiance, your husband, your boyfriend? What?
Boyfriend, chill out a little bit. Boyfriend, okay? Take it easy.
I just want to make sure I got it. All the best to you, your boyfriend, and the family over there. And you're awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time and being getting honest with us, getting real. So I appreciate that.
You're the best. Don, I thought they said Don Sill. I'm like, I'm being interviewed by a windowsill? What the fuck is this shit? Here's my windowsill. Interview me. Only for you, Don Sill.
Well, I appreciate you. You are awesome. Janice Messitte, everybody, check her out. She's on Facebook, YouTube.
And also, I have a great open mic on Mondays from 5 to 7 at the Broadway Comedy Club, and it's free. Yay.
Yes.
Janice Free Messitte. Get it? I hope to see you soon, Don, because you're going to give me a hug, okay? I'm going to get a real hug. No elbows, no fucking feet, no bullshit. Real skin on skin, old school style.
Sounds like a plan. I'm definitely all about it. I'm definitely gonna hug you.
Send my regards to your family for me.
Same here.
Take care.
Thank you, Janice.
I can't wait to see you. Bye, everybody.
All right, so that was Janice Messitte. Great interview, fun stuff. Now, Benny, I do want to ask you, she makes a lot of points about, is this the end of affection, about hugs and shaking hands and all that kind of stuff, and even dating? What do you think about affection moving forward?
I think it's tough because I think what you're going to have is you're going to run into an old friend that you haven't seen in a long time, and you may back off and not want to hug them, and they're going to give you a look because they're going to want to hug you. So I think when it comes to and family, because I'm Italian, so my family will be like, screw coronavirus, get over here and give me a hug, give me a kiss, you know. So that's where it's going to be difficult, and I'll be the one that will be like apprehensive. But a lot of people, and when this first started, our last show that we did, we had Jessica Colazzo was there.
Right.
And Jessica and I are really tight friends, and we're the type of friends, we don't see each other all the time, but when we do, we have and when I saw her, she went to hug me, and I'm like, oh, I don't, and it was just, and she gave me a look, she gave me that, so I had to hug her, and she hugged me back, and it was very affectionate. So I'm gauging that's just one friend. Now we're talking about like Janice. I love the last time I saw Janice was at Governor's Club in the back, and right away I had to hug her. So that's another, like, there are people like that I'm going to run and hug and then say, uh-oh,
Yeah, then like afterwards disinfect the hands and
yeah. Like, I'll give you a good scene. The movie The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
That's disgusting.
Yes, great
When
movie.
he's like, Gina Davis, you remember it vaguely?
Yeah, I remember it, yeah.
All right, you remember, because there's a scene where Gina Davis goes to visit him, and he is now really consumed by the fly.
Yeah.
And he throws up on the donut, remember?
Oh,
and then all of a sudden he loses his ear. His ear falls off, and he's like, oh my God, I lost my... And she reaches out and hugs him, and then the camera shows her face, like saying...
I'm scared. Help me. Please help me.
I do. What am I? I'm looking this guy. He might be contagious, right? So, and I thought that is one of the greatest scenes, and you're gonna see that face, that Gina Davis face, at a lot of people that they got because she hugs him, and then you're gonna say, so that's really rough. That's rough. The handshakes, because like you said, you meet somebody and you handshake, you see someone you haven't seen in a long time, like a lot of the people that are on this show. Oh, I haven't seen them. When I see them, I want to shake the hand.
You want to hug. We're human beings. It's what we love to do. We like to embrace and all of that. And it's going to be a little weird in the beginning, I think. But, I think slowly we'll start to get back. And I think once we finally get a vaccine or some kind of medicine, then we could all feel confident. But until then, I think it's going to be, like you said, the Gina Davis face.
Yeah. And right, you remember that. Listen, I think that there will be some things that will stay in place. I think when you meet someone the first time, you may not, you'll be like, hey, nice to meet you.
Right.
The fake fist bump now, the fist bump.
Bumps or elbows.
The elbow, things like that when you meet someone. And it's just, I feel that there will be changes. I feel that this is going to have a memory on us. This is going to make us, because of the fact that it can happen again.
Hey, it's Jeffrey Gurian, and I'm out here at Governor's at the Don Sill show. Put up, stand up, and shut up. No, put up, shut up, and stand up. I keep getting that wrong. Complicated show, very funny. Tune in, watch, great stuff. Don Sill is great, and the people he gets on are really cool. So check it out.
Thank you guys so much for supporting Livestream Comedy. I am so excited to be speaking with new people. Well, I guess technically I'm speaking to a camera in an empty room. But I imagine that you're all here and you're sitting in front of me and you're naked. Yeah, I guess all those years performing in front of a bunch of stuffed animals kind of paid off. I really do miss audiences though. So every day at 7 p.m. I've been going outside and pretending like my neighbors are clapping for me. The other day someone had pots and pans. I was like, great crowd, oh my god. I guess I'm not really alone. I have been staying with my boyfriend. I feel a little bad for him because he's had to give me all of the validation that I used to get from audiences every night. At this point, he's an essential worker. But the other day, I did have to kick him out for texting during the comedy show. It's like, come on, respect the art, man.
All right, we're back. That was some funny stuff. Some really great comedians. Go check them out when you get a chance. Thanks again for submitting those jokes. And for any comedians that want to submit their jokes, please do. We love to have them and add them and include them in the show. But Benny, coming up next is the top 5. It's now Angry Fedora. I don't know what happened to Professor Fedora, but he's become Angry Fedora. So
he may have been quarantined too long.
I think he's been quarantined a little bit too long, and the cabin fever has gotten to him, and he's cracked. He's definitely cracked a little bit. I sent him a package in the mail. We'll see if he gets it, and we'll see if he uses it. But anyway, here it goes.
Once I'm back, and the top 5 things that I despise. Number 5, these stupid drive-by birthdays. Once everybody's having a good time driving around in their car.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
What's number 4? When will people know to stay 6 feet away from me?
Don't stand so close to me.
What's number 3? Why can't people keep on wearing the mask so I don't have to look at their ugly face? What's number 2? Finally, with all this talk of aliens, I'll have some intelligent people to talk to. Well, before I get to my number 1, I got a silly package from Don Sill today. Well, he got me this substance. He says, "Well, spray it to make you feel better."
I'm standing down still.
I want to say something to all of you ladies out there. If you want to put more romance in your relationship with your man, then you have to dress up as Catwoman. But for you larger ladies who can't squeeze your fat ass into a Catwoman outfit, then don't be upset. Because even though you can't be Catwoman, instead you could be the Hulk. Pretend to be the Hulk. Pretend to be Dr. Banner. Pretend that your entire body has been shocked by gamma rays. But don't forget to say,
Hulk smash.
It's really so stupid.
Hulk smash your blood clot.
Hey, this is the Great Goonin saying you're watching Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up with Don Sill on Govs Radio.
Yeah!
All right, we're back. Benny, how's it going, man? How you doing? Enjoying everything so far?
I'm enjoying this show. This is probably my favorite show so far, and we've done some awesome shows.
We've done a lot of great ones, but this is a fun one indeed. And do you know who's coming up next?
You know, I was wondering, who's coming up next?
We have the legendary comedian Bobby Slayton, the pit bull of comedy himself, is on the show. So I got to catch up with him a little bit. And
very cool.
Yeah, got his take on a bunch of things going on. And he's hilarious, as you know. So, here, check it out. Here he is. All right, everybody. Our next guest is a stand-up comedy legend. He's been around for 30 years in the industry. 40 years in the industry. He is the pit bull of comedy himself. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Bobby Slayton. Bobby, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. You know, it's funny because I've actually been doing this like 43 years. I started writing a book about 10 years ago, or maybe even a little bit longer, called, 30 Years in Comedy Hell. I was going to use the title Raging Bully, which was my first CD.
Yeah.
And, I kept rewriting it. And I think one of my inspirations was the great late Anthony Bourdain when he came out with Kitchen Confidential. And, I use him as my template, even though I'm not half the writer he is. But I said, well, I've got some amazing stories, and they might not like Billy Crystal hosting the Academy Awards, but over the years, doing the Gong Show, and I don't want to go into all the stories, but they were really, really funny. And then, I kept losing interest. I kept going on the road, and my attention span, maybe I have ADD, I don't know. Maybe I just don't give a shit. But anyway, so I'm writing the book. And then over the last couple of years, every comic, so many people now have books, every chef, every cook, it's like with, the first Elvis book came out. That is amazing. Every comedian started writing books. I'm going, the bookshelves are crammed with books, and people started releasing them, on the internet and selling themselves on Amazon. And I said, well, it just seems like a lot of work. Just getting you on this fucking Zoom shit was a lot of work. I know, I'm like hey, kids, today with your modern technology, I still got my 8-track player. But it's like, I can't, I just don't like this. Yeah, I think I'd be farther along in my career if 4 or 5 years ago, I really embraced the whole, Twitter. And, I got into MySpace like 2 years after everybody else did. And then they were on to, Facebook. By the time we got to Facebook, everybody's on to TikTok. By the time we get, to Skype, everybody's on to Zoom. And then I go, I just don't give a shit, And by the way, I think I'm one of the few guys that goes on Twitter and I'll tweet something, not necessarily that offensive, but whatever it is, I lose people each time. Like maybe it's a Donald Trump joke. And even though most of my followers are fans and some, hate Trump, I'll lose 10 or 20 people. Then if you plug a gig, people say, well, you shouldn't use Twitter to plug a gig, and I'll lose another 5 people. And I kind of make them humorous and funny, or I retweet something from, Steve Van Zandt or, Keith Richards, and then I lose more people. I go, it doesn't matter what I do. I think I might be one of the few people, or one of the only people in social media history to have minus followers. I'm on the road now to have like minus 10,000 followers on Twitter. I don't think anybody's ever hit that.
No, that might be definitely.
It's me.
Excellent. Well, hey, that's what makes you the pit bull.
I drink now. It's only 4 o'clock here, but it's like 7 o'clock your time. Well, I'm supposed to let people know we're taping this. It's okay. We're supposed to pretend like we're live. Too late now. I fucked it up.
So you're in LA right now, right?
Yeah, by the way, let me say something else. You never let me get a word in. If you had any fucking balls, you would be broadcasting this from Governors with no gloves, no mask, you fucking pussy. It's okay to leave your house. It's all right.
There is one show that's still recording live from the Govs Radio. It's a couple that live together and run the station, so they're still going in there and braving the radio station back there.
And you know what else? I'll tell you something else, because I know a lot of comedians. I know Jim Gaffigan, he's broadcasting, his breakfast with his family, and all these comics, who embrace the social media, who are doing great. They're doing their podcasts and they're Zooming shit. And I just don't. You know what? I'm home. I'm happy to be home. And all those years of doing stand-up, I miss a few clubs, but to be honest with you, I'm tired of stand-up, and I know I sound like a cranky old man, which I am, but I've been a cranky old man since I was a cranky young man. I've always been an old Jew trapped in a young Jew body. Now it's all coming into place.
You know what I mean? Certain things just sound like they're going to be fun until you do them. It's like the other morning, I had pancakes. I was in a restaurant. I never eat pancakes, but it sounded like a good idea. And every time you get pancakes, they're always terrible. These doughy, cholesterol-filled sacks of crap, and you take 2 bites, and you never finish them, but it sounded like a good idea.
I'm just tired of the travel. And, I guess the people, you look at a guy like Jerry Seinfeld, who obviously doesn't need the money. We got a new special coming out this week. Who designed the bathroom stall with the under display viewing window? Brilliant guy, and one of the most brilliant comics ever. But, you know, loves to keep performing. Whoever thought that after Seinfeld he'd have 2 or 3 more specials, comedians, cars, getting coffee. If I had his money, I think I could retire forever, you know, because I'm very happy being quarantined. I mean, it's a horrible situation, but I'm lucky enough to have a nice house, a girlfriend who lives 5 minutes away. I don't have to live with her. And
oh, there you go.
You know, I know you're going to ask me some, you know, incisive questions, and I don't know if you were going to say anything about one of the big things going on now is that people, you know, certain states are opening up and people are going to the mall. In California, it's really hot here for the last week, and people are bitching and they're defying, you know, Gavin Newsom's orders, and they're all going to the beach, and, you know, and people say it's become a police state, and we should be able to go to the beach. And I'm really 2 minds with that. First of all, I think you're being a selfish asshole because you can spread the virus. At the same time, a lot of people are locked in a little apartment, you know, they maybe lost their jobs, they have no money, they need some kind of release. The bike paths are closed, the boardwalks are closed, you know, the bicycle riding trails where me and my girlfriend take the dog are closed. So I can see where people are going, fuck it, you know, I want to get out of the house. Matter of fact, I came close, and I wouldn't do it, but I came close to canceling this today because, you know, like a lot of people, I'm doing stuff. I got to clean out my closets. I got to arrange my spice drawer. I got to work out more. I mean, I work out anyway, but I'm working out a lot because what else am I cook a lot. But I just went outside and I stained this table outside of the backyard. And it's an old table. I'm going to throw it out. I go, you know what? I'm going to sand it. What else do I have to do? I'm going to stain it, and I'm going to work on it. And I just finished it right before you called me. And then I went out to look at it. I didn't realize, you know, if you stain a table in the sun, it's full of bubbles. It looks like some kind of disease. So I'm trying to put up umbrellas and towels to protect my table. I wasn't going to, if the table has to go, it's got to go. If it develops bubbles, I wasn't going to cancel. I know how important this was to you, Don.
Well, I appreciate I appreciate that I was more important than the table for you on this one.
No, you're really not. But I made a commitment to do this, and I don't back out. You're really not as important as my table.
You know, one more quarantine question, then I want to get your take on a bunch of stuff. But what would you say you learned most about yourself during this quarantine? Is there anything that you've kind of had any kind of moments where you had any self-reflection?
You're asking me to dig deep? I'm the pitbull of comedy. You know, your imaginary listeners, I'm going to blow my whole cover. Every day I worked on for 40 years. You know what I did learn? No, seriously. Excuse me. You know, I learned that, you know what? It's like, don't sweat the small shit. It's all small shit, like the saying goes. That's how it goes.
You know, things in this country ought to work by IQ and not by ID. You know, if you're an idiot, you should never be allowed to vote. Just worry about large fries, small fries, keep your trainee hat on, Gomer, and stay out of the way. I'm voting here.
You know, because, you know, look, like any comedian, I've done well. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not a famous guy. But I know so many people, I'm sure you do too, that have had cancer, maybe have the virus. Now, there's a lot of comedians not working, and I was there for a long time, not that long ago, about 5-6 years ago, right after I left Vegas when I had a gig at Hooters, and I couldn't get back in the clubs because all these new comics came along, and Netflix came along. I'm trying to get back in the clubs, and there was no room for me almost. But before that, I know what it's like living month to month. And now I'm living year to year, which is not nearly as bad as month to month. So there's a lot of comedians who are suffering, and God knows what else. There are a lot of more already depressed people living in a one-room apartment in New York City. So what I learned is things could be a lot worse. I've had a lot of friends fall to the wayside. I've people that have lost children, you know, and you know, people, you know, that's why when I go on Facebook and, you know, people start bitching about, they go, you know, my mother died and she was 9 years old, and you know what, she had a great life. There are people, you know, that are sick, and people losing close family members, and, you know, I lost my wife after 30 years. So I'm just saying, look, I'm still standing, I'm still drinking, I'm still eating, I'm still cooking, you know? So what I learned is to be just thankful. I know I sound like Passover. Be thankful for what you have. I feel like I'm giving a sermon here.
You know, you're always making mistakes. You're always screwing up. You know, you're always apologizing for something or other. And that's why they invented flower stores.
Well, that brings me to the next thing. So you are, the pit bull of comedy, very outspoken. And like I told you earlier before we started, that you were one of the comics when I was growing up that I loved the most. Fast, hard-hitting style, in your face kind of, no holds barred. So
You're just saying this because I'm the only guy that will do your show.
Every time I just ask the producers before the show, you ever get any bad letters about me? And they said no, and this time I'm really shooting for something.
When I was a young comic opening for bands, I had this little bit of notoriety for saying all these things. I never thought any of it was really that outrageous. But there's so many people doing it now, and I'm not saying they took it from me, because God knows that Don Rickles and Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Richard Pryor, who were better comics than me and doing it before me. But there's so many guys doing it now that when I play a club, a lot of this stuff seems kind of tame. I mean, you got Jim Jeffries and you got Anthony Jeselnik. There's a million guys, and they're all great, So you see me now, and it's nothing. What I do hate, though, is when I do a gig sometimes, people go, what are you trying to be, Andrew Dice Clay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm nothing like Andrew Dice Clay.
Right.
What are you trying to be? They mention these comics, and they go, you know what? When I was doing this, when I started doing it, these guys weren't even doing comedy back then,
I would say your brand of comedy definitely paved the way for the Bill Burrs and all that.
Well, Bill has always been a fan of mine, and I think Bill's the greatest comic working today.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, when I watch him, to me, it's almost like, as good as I think I am. I mean, look, there's always be people better. You're not going to be the best baseball player or the best drummer or best guitar player. Eric Clapton and B.B. King always thought they were mediocre players compared to, Jimi Hendrix or Elmore James or whatever. See, when you're a performer and there's always people better than you or came before you, but then you think there's people like you that'll always be better than. That's more important. You think about the people that just aren't that good, But you know what I'm saying? That Bill Burr always said that, when I told him how great, when I first met him, he goes, it's great because he grew up watching me. Not that he, like I said, not that I was the guy that invented this style, but it's nice when there are great comics who, enjoy you. Whether they started first or you started first or whatever,
He's definitely, as far as the modern, today's hot comics, that definitely reflects you the most. He talks fast. He's got the same kind of in your face style. He just has that whole thing.
We want it. We need a plague. I'm telling you, we need a plague. It's got to happen, and don't be afraid. It's only gonna kill the weak. Seriously. Well, I think Bill Burr took it to another level. Somebody told me when you put on the Bobby Slayton channel on Pandora, they play a lot of Bill Burr. I wonder if you put on the Bill Burr station, I've been playing you Bobby Slayton.
Right.
Either way, the checks are rolling in, Don. I can every day open my mailbox. I can live forever on those Pandora checks.
There you go.
You know what, though? I just think Bill is the best, and I don't know if anybody will be better than him, If they'll be better than Carlin, if they'll be people are as good, better than Richard Pryor. And then again, it's all subjective. I know people that hate Jerry Seinfeld. I know people that hate the Marx Brothers. And, people hate Curb Your Enthusiasm. People certainly hate me. And I know they hate you. But listen,
that is
true. You can't let that shit get to you. There was a show I did in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm not making this up. I'll never forget this. And it was Birmingham, the first time I played there, a great club to start on, but the South wasn't really ever my market. Atlanta was, because a lot of New Yorkers there, and it was very urban, good restaurants, and somebody, I guess it was a saying, if you go out of Atlanta, 10 minutes out of Atlanta, you're in Georgia,
Right,
where, you're really in the Jethro Bodine, Appalachian Mountains, hillbilly, the Langmores from Ozark, but I would play Birmingham, and a lot of the people didn't like me. A lot of people didn't get me. I was that fast talking New York Jew.
I don't want pork. Oi, hey Dean. Oi, is there pork in here?
Anyway, I did a show at the Stardome one night, and it was really a good show. It was one of my better shows, and it's a big comedy club. It's 400 seats. And right after the show, I'm not sure if I was signing CDs, I guess walking through the crowd or whatever, a guy comes up to me and says, I've been coming here every week for the last 5 years. You're the greatest comic I've ever seen. And I swear to God, literally within 1 minute, another guy came up to me, said the exact same thing. And he goes, I've been coming here like every week. for the last 10 years, you're the worst comic. Nothing funny about you. You suck. It was the same show. It was within a minute. So, you know, people can look at things totally different, you know? So, whatever. I don't know why I brought that up.
No, but it's a good point, though. You know, what's great to one person is not going to be great to another. And it's weird because it is the same show. But that's the way it is. People see things through different lenses, man. It's crazy.
Well, you know, and I don't want to talk about Pumpkinhead, but it's like Trump, you know. Most of the people that follow him, you see on TV, are, you know, they're redneck, hillbilly, fat, stupid morons. But there are intelligent people that like him. And no matter what you say about the guy, you're not going to change anybody's mind. You know?
Right.
They can think all they want about you. They can call me a Hollywood liberal. You know what? And sometimes I go on Facebook just because I've had a few glasses of wine, or I'm cranky, or I just want to say something. And then, you know, you'll get assholes with their Jesus shit and God and country. And you're never going to change these people, you know. And the religious ones are the best because Trump has, I checked it out the other day, he has definitely broken 8 or 9 of the 10 commandments. And thou shalt not kill. Well, there's a lot of people that committed suicide, a few people, when he had his horrible Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. And people went bankrupt, and there was a couple of stories of people that killed themselves. And I'm not saying it directly caused him, so thou shalt not kill. I think he's broken 11 out of 10 commandments. That's how much I hate that piece of shit. But anyway, next question.
All right, that leads us. Here we go with the hot topics. I could cross off your thoughts on Donald Trump. Now, the first one is, can injecting bleach help fight the virus? And what's your thoughts on that?
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. My thoughts are, if anybody does this, good. I hope you fucking die. And there's a lot of people that don't wish death on anybody. I'm not one of those people. There's too many people, whether you want to call it Darwinism or thinning out the herd or survival of the fittest, there are people that need to die. And those people need to die. Let me tell you something. I used to do a bit when I was a young comic. It reminded me that, you know, they have on Clorox bleach, do not drink. And they have it with those skull and crossbones, like they do with a lot of, you know, ammonia products and disinfectant. And there were kids that would drink bleach occasionally and die. I said, you know what? That doesn't bother me because I remember when I was a kid, and there's a lot of things I ate, and there's a lot of things I tried. I went through fingers with firecrackers. I did some crazy drugs. But all you have to do is smell bleach. And if it's going to crush your mind to take a sip of that, you need to die. And if you're going to tell me children shouldn't die, those are the children that grow up to be the serial killers, Jeffrey Dahmer, or Trump supporters. And that's a big statement. And I don't think you can catch, even a bad device, I don't think you can catch it on Zoom. Through Zoom, I don't know, though.
You never know these days. Who knows? This virus keeps on.
We should have been wearing masks as a role model for the kids watching you. So I know you got a lot of young, impressionable kids. Yeah, but as far as drinking and ingesting bleach and stuff, what are you fucking retarded? But don't tell me you can't use the word retarded, because you can, because those people are retarded.
Again, fun for the whole family. Everybody here, it's all family. I'm the best family act ever.
My next one is, what's up with Joe Biden? So we'll switch gears to the Democrats a little bit. What's up with Joe Biden? Is he the best that the Dems really have?
My name's Joe Biden. I'm running for, in this case, running for President of the United States. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other person.
You know, I find it kind of sad, and I like Joe Biden a lot. And even though maybe he's forgetful, maybe he's getting on in years, but whatever he's forgetting is more than Trump ever knew. So I think it's kind of sad that, you know, him and Bernie, two guys over 80, around 80, both over 80, right?
I think so.
Were our last two choices, and I think they're both great. I just wish they were both 5 years younger, and one of them could be vice president, just like he was with Obama. But the other thing is, that, you know, it's sad because a lot of people won't vote for an 82-year-old man. You know, they're using an excuse to reelect Trump. But yeah, I just wish all those other people, Kamala Harris and all of them, I like them all. You know, Buddha Bitterbag, gay guy, and you know, it's just sad that we're reduced to an 82-year-old guy, and we might lose the election, or America might lose, because of the age.
Granddaughters not only love their dads, their grandpops, they always like them, and that's the great thing. Thank you, baby. Thanks.
You know, in any event, you know, if Trump does get reelected, personally, I don't know how much it's going to affect me. You know, it just frustrates me so much to watch that asshole on television. At the same time, he's highly entertaining. You know, I have no grandchildren, so I really don't give a shit about the future, to be honest with you.
There you go. That's one way to look at it. I actually have a grandkid coming on the way, but in later this month, actually, believe it or not.
You have what?
A grandchild coming.
Well, do me a favor. Make sure you post some pictures on Facebook, because everybody wants to see your fucking grandkid. Yeah. Is it your daughter or son?
It's my daughter, 28-year-old daughter. She's I always got to tell everybody because I was a young dad, so she's married and 28 years old and did it the right way.
My daughter's 31, my daughter's 32 and not married, and I couldn't give a shit. But grandchildren, I know people love grandchildren. I didn't even like having kids. I love my daughter. I couldn't wait for her to get out of the house. I don't want more kids coming over here. And you know, and all my friends, here I am with my grandchildren. Fuck you and your grandchildren. I don't need to see them. The world's going to be over soon anyway. My girlfriend just texted me. She's I'll do some good news there. Okay, she's did you see the season finale of Homeland?
I have not yet. I got to catch up on Homeland.
Well, when you see the season finale, I guess Carrie, I haven't seen it in about 2 years, but I guess in the season finale, and this isn't not giving anything away. It's but she gets some beautiful jewelry from somebody. I don't know if it's her boyfriend or husband. I haven't watched the show, but it's from Dominique Cohen, my girlfriend from Beverly Hills.
Nice. Wow.
I thought I'd give her a plug for your imaginary listeners. If they need to buy jewelry, they can go to Dominique Cohen's website.
There you go.
Yeah.
All the fans are going to be logging in. So all my
well, what's good, you got to remember, the more jewelry she sells, with my birthday coming up in May, the better gift I get, because I'm turning.
So you just said you're turning 65 in May. You went out a little bit, but yeah, happy you're
turning 65. I'm 65 years old in May.
Wow. You look great. I mean, you're still in great shape. You're working out and stuff. You're probably better shape than I am.
Compared to you, yes. Not compared to Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, he's an animal, that guy. But me, I'm just a
big time. Yeah. How old are you, Don?
I am 48. 48 years old.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, when's the grandchild coming? She might not be living that long. How?
A couple of weeks. Like, I think she's due at the end of May. She might be, who knows, when's your birthday in May what?
25th.
Maybe you might share a birthday with my grandkid. You never know.
That would be just great, man. That'd be great.
Then I'll definitely send you those pictures.
Yeah, make sure you put those pictures on Facebook along with your cat, your dog, whatever you got. I love all that stuff.
There you go. And the next question: have you seen the UFOs that the military posted videos?
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
And it's a story that hasn't really gotten that much, but it just happened this week. If you get a chance.
What's interesting is I love all that UFO stuff. I haven't seen anything. And I watch the news every day. I'm on the internet all day with the news. No, I'll go Google it after. Well, what about it?
It was flying over Jacksonville, and they I just wanted to get your take on aliens, the alien life. Do you believe in that, and what's your take?
And I believe in aliens. They're so advanced. I think the first place they're going to is either Jacksonville or Tampa.
People turning south from the freeway were startled when they saw 3 flying saucers high over Hollywood Boulevard.
And I'm a big UFO fan. I don't, and my whole take on it is, even if 1 out of every 1,000 of those is a UFO, That's enough to tell me there's UFO. You know, it's like haunted housing. There's 40 haunted housing shows on TV. There's haunted mansions, haunted castles, haunted B&Bs. How many haunted? And even though, again, 99% of that's probably bullshit, if 1 out of every 100 ghosts is real, like an Amityville Horror, Poltergeist, then some of them got to be real.
Something's right. Yeah, there's got to be some truth to it somewhere.
No, I was watching one of those haunted house shows the other night, and you know, because I'm stuck at home and I've caught up with all these shows, so I'm flipping channels and go, okay, another haunted house show, and I turn on, and then you know, as I'm flipping channels, I never saw. Oh my God, it's so horrible. What are those Real Housewives shows?
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
I've seen ads for them.
Right.
You know, I don't know if it's Real Housewives. Every fucking city has one. Real Housewives of Jacksonville, Atlanta, New York, Beverly Hills.
You mean I have been her friend? I have never hurt her. No, I have never hurt her.
So I'm watching this for like half an hour, and then you just hit yourself in the head. Go, why am I watching this shit? But I'm watching this, and I thought to myself, if I had to get stuck with a ghost or a Real Housewife, I would rather live in the Amityville Horror House with ghosts banging on the pipes, hanging themselves, dead kids, whatever the hell, than live with one of those fucking broads.
Same here. It'd be a lot more peaceful. Yeah.
That would be a nightmare. Holy shit. Wait, hold on. There's motion at my front door. I'm going to my front door.
All right.
Who's at my front door? Oh, you guys. Oh, you're leaving. Oh, yeah. Oh, the maids are leaving. Wait. The cleaning people. Cleaning people will be turned around. You can't see them.
Yeah, we see.
Leaving. I'm leaving now.
Hello.
Bye-bye.
Hi. How are you? All right.
Okay.
Doing good?
They were here late. My house is such a mess. Okay. By the way, you know what amazes me? And I don't know. You know, it's really incredible with everybody wearing masks now. How do Asian people tell each other apart? It was hard enough without the mask. What do they do? They're like squirrels and crows and ducks. And they can tell who their girlfriends and boyfriends are. Those fucking Asians. Who started this whole thing?
Exactly.
I don't even think the Chinese can say corona. They got corona. They can't even say it. Yes, I never liked them, by the way, the Chinese. Always hated them. I don't think there should be violence against Asian people. I think that's awful and racism. But I like their food, but and the karate movies, I never liked them. You know, they can't drive. I was one of the first comics to say that. You can't even say that anymore.
What does every Chinese guy? What do they go to the barber and say, "Oh, can you cut it like Mo?" Come on, how about a Shimper or Larry? No, I like Mo. Okay, Chinese guy. Here, you look like Mo. Okay, Mo.
Fuck them. Okay, anyway, what else? I'm the French, I'm the German, I'm Jewish, I hate the Israelis, I don't like anybody.
Sounds like you living having a great life.
I live by myself, I don't have any grandchildren coming. The people like you, it's just a nightmare. It's good.
Well, you're awesome. Is there anything you want to say to all my imaginary listeners, and where can they see more Bobby Slayton?
No, but tell governors I would love to come back someday. Last 2 times I was there during a giant snowstorm, so nobody came to my shows. So, but I haven't been there in years. That was one of the few clubs I really enjoyed. Was Governors. I haven't been there in a long time. I had a couple of, and there were a great couple of Italian restaurants right there on the the Jericho Turnpike. Oh my God!
Oh yeah!
Oh my God! Oh, my favorite Italian joints right there. I love coming to the island. I love going to Jersey, just because you get those authentic, New York, Jersey kind of style restaurants.
Yes,
you find them in California, but it's not the same.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was living in Atlanta for a little while, and it's the same thing. They have, like there's people there that are making good food, but it's never the same as it is back home. So.
No. So it's great to come back to New York and Chicago and San Francisco. Great towns for Italian.
Awesome.
All right.
I appreciate you. I hope the table turns out great.
I got to go look at it now because there's a lot of bubbles. I'll never forgive you for this. I found that you can't stay in the sun. I learned that. I'm not, that's why I don't have a home building show. I'm not good at this shit.
You're the best. I appreciate it. It was so great. Thanks again for everything, Bobby.
All right, pal. I'll talk to you. I got to go. I tell you, and come on to all your Backstreet listeners. Everybody stay safe, as they say. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
And just remember something. When it comes to comedy, if you can't laugh at yourself, make fun of other people. Thanks. I'll see you later. Good night.
My name is Silvio Dante. My friend Don Sil, he's got a great show. What's it called?
Put up, stand up, and shut up. No, put up, shut up, and stand up. I keep getting that wrong.
Put up, what is it again?
Put up, shut up, and stand up.
I don't know the name of it, but everybody else does.
Put up, shut up, or stand up. Right? Put up, shut up, stand up.
Put up, stand up, and shut up.
We'll start over.
No, that's good. Put up, stand up, shut up.
Put up, shut up, and stand up. You gotta watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up with Don Sills. We just had a fucking blast.
That's what I thought. Put up, shut up, stand up. That's what I was gonna say.
Hey, Tony Walker here. GovsRadio.com, lots of great shows here. Put Up, Stand Up, or Shut Up with Don Sill. Malcolm did comedy, radio show, Three's Company. Oh, so many great shows here at GovsRadio.com. Keep it locked there.
All right, Benny. Well, that's the show for today. A lot of fun. I want to thank again Janice Messitte and Bobby Slayton for taking the time to talk to us this week. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really, it was great.
And we do want to let everyone to know to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and just keep supporting Govs Radio, keep supporting Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up. It means a lot to us.
All the shows on Govs Radio, support Govs Radio, and I can't wait. I seriously can't wait for Govs Comedy Clubs to reopen, and that really that's going to be touch and go too. But I'll just ask for a table all the way in the back.
Yeah, I can't wait for the comedy clubs to be back open again, and for the comedians to get back at it and back on the stage, and we just gotta get there. And I believe in positive energy. So let's just do a little. Are you ready? Let's do a little positive energy. I think we channeled the spirits.
Hey, I don't know. I got cross-eyed from that.
Ciao, my paisans, all of my friends. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're surviving in this quarantine. When this thing is over, I'm going to take care of everybody. I'm going to tell you a story now. There's a newlywed couple, and they move into a house. So they buy a house, they move in, and the first week of the wife, she tells the husband, the bathroom upstairs, there's a leak. It's a leak. Can you fix it? And the husband says, who do I look like, a Mr. Plumber? So then the next day, the wife says, honey, the car, she want to start. Can you fix the car? He says, who do I look like, Mr. Good Ranch? Then the next day, it rain is so much, it comes down the cats and dogs and everything coming down the rain, and there's a leak in the roof. She says, honey, can you fix the leak in the roof? He says, who do I look like, a Bob Vila? I look like some carpenter guy. So then the next day the husband comes home, the roof is a fix, the leak in the plumber, in the bedroom upstairs is a fix, and the car runs. He says to the wife, how come everything's a fix? She says, oh, I got a handyman. He took care of everything. So the husband, he get a little mad. He say, how much is this going to cost me? She says, it's not going to cost you nothing. He said to me that the payment could be either I bake him a cake or we have a sex. So he said, so what kind of cake do you make? She said, who do I look like, a Betty Crocker?
Well, thank you very much, Benny Rizzuti, and everybody watching today.
Always a pleasure, and thank you. I love having a front seat. I'm like ringside for this show, and I love it. Thank you so much.
Well, you're the best.
Say goodbye, Benny. Boop, boop, be doop.
Goodbye, everybody.